A high school girl is found dead in a South Korean town, her bloodied body draped over a rooftop in broad daylight. The police, lazy, under pressure, and looking for a quick fix, lock on to a young man with a severe intellectual disability and force a confession out of him. Case closed as far as they are concerned, except it isn't, because his mother refuses to let the world discard her child, and what she does next turns a standard whodunit into one of the most haunting psychological thrillers ever put on screen. The film is Mother, directed by Bong Joon-ho back in 2009, long before Parasite swept the Oscars. A lot of people still haven't seen it, which is an absolute crime because it might honestly be his finest, most razor-sharp piece of filmmaking. Before we even get to the murder though, the film does something remarkable. It anchors you completely in the mother's world. She doesn't even get a character name in the credits. She is just Mother. She runs a cramped, unlicensed herbal medicine shop, chopping roots while watching her 27-year-old son, Do-jun, through the doorway like a hawk. Every second of her day is an exercise in hypervigilance. She feeds him, cleans up after him, and literally sleeps next to him on the floor. You can see the sheer weight of it in her posture. It is a lonely, exhausting existence, but Do-jun is her whole universe. Do-jun himself is gentle and trusting, but easily led astray by his rogue friend, Jin-tae, who's pure bad news. So when the police haul Do-jun in for the murder based on a single golf ball found at the crime scene bearing his name, the legal system simply rolls over him. They trick him into signing a confession he doesn't even understand. This is where I realized Bong Joon-ho was playing a much cleverer game than I had expected. Most crime stories would bring in a crusading lawyer or a rugged detective to save the day. Here, the lawyer is a sleazy opportunist who takes her money and suggests sending the boy to a mental facility instead. The police flat out ignore her. Nobody is coming to help. So, this fragile, elderly woman simply decides to become the investigator herself. The middle act of the film slows right down, and it becomes this agonizingly detailed procedural driven purely by maternal desperate grit. We follow her step by step through rainy back alleys and dimly lit homes. She tracks down Jin-tae, convinced he framed her son, searching his house in secret, a sequence that had my palms sweating. She interrogates local teenagers, hunts down rumors about the victim's private life, and uncovers a second-hand phone full of photos that paint a completely different picture of the dead girl. I'll tell you why this section works so well. The film gives you space to breathe and process the clues alongside her. Every conversation feels dangerous. Every wrong turn feels like a gut punch. There is a scene where she sits in a diner, quietly trying to extract information from a group of aggressive young men, and you feel so intensely protective of her that it's almost uncomfortable to watch. You are right there in the mud with her, sifting through the town's ugly, hidden underbelly. Now here's something interesting that blew my mind when I looked into the making of the film. Bong Joon-ho actually wrote this entire project specifically for the lead actress Kim Hae-ja. She had been famous for decades as the literal ideal of the warm, saintly television mother. She was practically a national icon of maternal goodness, just like we had Nirupa Roy or Leela Chitnis in India. Bong saw something far darker and more intense lurking behind that gentle image, and he spent 4 years persuading her to take this role. Watching her break down that wholesome image and channel something feral, unhinged, and deeply tragic is worth the price of admission alone. When the film premiered in the Un Certain Regard section at the Cannes Film Festival, it caused an instant sensation. Back home in South Korea, it became a massive box office hit, topping the charts and drawing over 3 million admissions, even outperforming major Hollywood blockbusters like Terminator Salvation. It went on to sweep the Asian Film Awards, winning Best Film and Best Screenplay, while Kim Hae-ja claimed multiple Best Actress honors across the globe, including from the Los Angeles Film Critics Association. When you step back and look at the film as a piece of cinema, It is astonishing how every single element serves the story. The cinematography by Hong Kyung-pyo uses eerie, pale light and tight framing to make you feel as claustrophobic as the mother herself. The score doesn't tell you how to feel, it just lingers like a low fever. Bong's direction is masterfully patient. He relies on long silences and subtle actor expressions. The grey areas are so murky that long after the credits roll, you're still questioning what you would have done in her shoes. At this point in the investigation, the mother uncovers a crucial witness that the police completely overlooked: a scrap metal collector who was sitting in his yard on the night of the murder and saw everything that happened in the dark. She tracks him down to his isolated hut on the edge of town, stepping inside to finally hear the truth about who killed the girl. And that is where I'm going to stop. I refuse to spoil what happens inside that hut because the revelation that follows changes the entire nature of the story in a way you will never see coming. If you want to catch it, Mother is currently available to rent or buy on platforms like Apple TV and Amazon Prime Video in India, or you can check Just Watch to see where it is streaming in your region. If you do end up watching it, or if you've already seen it, I have to ask, how far do you think unconditional love can go before it simply becomes madness? And now, here are a few recommendations based on what hooked you the most. If you were drawn to that raw, desperate maternal bond and just how far a parent will go to protect their child, you need to watch Denis Villeneuve's 2010 film Incendies. If you preferred the slow burn, methodical investigation through a gloomy town where nothing is quite as it seems, check out Bong Joon-ho's procedural masterpiece Memories of Murder from 2003. Or, if you're after something psychologically darker that completely turns your ideas of guilt and innocence upside down, give Na Hong Jin's 2016 film The Wailing a watch. This is Twisted by Shubhra. I'll see you at the next crime scene. If I've got some pronunciations wrong in this video, please forgive me. I will do better next time. Thank you for watching.